take and share maybe 3 of your top tips. What are your top 3 coaching tips for business owners?
Yeah, the top 3 tips that I like to share with business owners is start with clarity. And clarity has to start with who they are and where the business is today and where they'd like to take the business to over the near future. So you end up with kind of a goal from point A to point B. The second tip would be that you also have to build the metrics. Basically, how do you measure whether you're being successful or
how you measure your progress?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Are they on the right track, or have they gone off track and wasting time?
Mm-hmm. So what's the third thing?
So the third step in the process would be to actually create the plan as to how to get there. So you have the goal, and now you've built some metrics, but you have the plan as to how to get from point A to point B, and you're able to then follow it step by step.
And kind of know where you're at and be able to measure your progress. And that ties in with your metrics and your goals.
Exactly.
So go back to clarity for just a minute. I would see if we can expand on that. But when it comes to setting goals, how do you do that?
Well, goals are just ideas if they're just in your head. But in order to really set a goal, you need to write it down. And by writing it down and writing it every day really sets it in your mind. Sets it out in front of you so that you have a reminder as to what the goal is.
Yeah, I've run into some business owners who really don't have necessarily goals for their business, and they struggle with trying to figure out how to do that. How would you get them past that?
Well, as you said, it comes back to the point of clarity. By getting them to understand what the value of the goal is first, and then actually creating it. Then by creating a goal, so it's just something that's not so far-fetched. We do use a process that we call SMART goals. The goal has to be very specific. It has to be measurable. We talk about metrics. It has to be achievable or aligned with their values in their business. It has to be realistic. So you don't want a goal that's so outlandish that it can't be met. And then it has to be time-bound. You have to have an actual completion time. We're all human. And humans, we love to procrastinate. So unless you have an actual end date or a time for the completion of that goal,